Good morning, YouTube. Out in the utility sink in the garage today, and I have the shower head off my old WaterPik shower, and this thing needs to be descaled. You can see how I've got some buildup of lime on there, so this just unscrews. This is one of the original Teledyne WaterPik shower heads. I purchased this in 1979. And fun fact is, this was the first thing I bought with a credit card. Qualified for my first credit card and purchased this item. I could have paid cash, but I wanted to use the credit card so I could start building up my credit score and all that. And I still have this. It still works, and all I need to do periodically is clean out some of the scale that builds up in here. This is some white vinegar that I used last spring when I flushed the tankless water heater, which is right up here. So there's the tankless heater, and I used the flush valves and pump and circulated about 3 gallons of white vinegar through the water heater. And instead of just dumping that used vinegar out, I saved it. This is the last gallon I have left. You don't want to use this to descale the water heater again because it's already been partially used up, the acid in there. You also don't want to use this in cooking because it's been used to descale the water heater, but it is the perfect thing to use for this kind of project. Still will dissolve calcium and lime scale, and I'll just leave it in here for 12 hours, 24 hours, something like that, and we'll take a look at it tomorrow. Okay, it's been 24 hours, and you can see the lime scale is pretty much gone. I don't think there's any more that will brush off of there. I kind of brushed that a few times with a toothbrush, and then periodically over the day I would drain the vinegar out and then resubmerge it so it gets fresh vinegar inside there. But I think everything's cleaned out now. But let's go take a look at the shower head and put this back together. Okay, here's the handle for the old WaterPik Super Saver Shower Massage by WaterPik. So this was from 1979. I need to soak it a little bit longer. There's a bit of deposits on there, but just show you how this goes back together. So you want to make sure you get that polyurethane washer on the end there. And the reason you want to line up these marks here is that when you screw it in, those marks will line up with the massage, combination, and spray there. So this just screws in. There's no interlock or anything. So let's see if I've got it on the right position. So there we go. We got the spray right there and over to there. Basically all I did was, once I got this put together right once, I put a mark here on the far side and then a mark over here on the near side, or this is the spray position. So that way if you look at the handle, you can make sure you're in the right position. You can put this on anyway, but then your pointer might be down here on the bottom or over on the side. So if you want to get it to line back up, just put a couple of little felt pen marks. I've got 3 uses out of this vinegar. The first use was when I descaled the water heater, and then now I've used it to clean up the shower head. And then the third use, I'll end up putting it into the dishwasher. So I think I've got my money's worth out of that vinegar. Okay, I figured one last thing I should probably do. You can see this is the original flexible hose. I guess it's got like a rubber plastic liner and then this coiled stainless steel outer jacket. And it's got a bit of water staining on it. And part of the problem is that gasket, which is up at the shower head, or the holder, looks like it's pretty well shot. This one was kind of beat up. I already took it out. But this one here is just, you can see it's just falling apart. So I think I will find myself a couple new gaskets, and while I have this off, I'm just going to soak that in there and clean up this hose too. But yeah, that should clean up pretty good in a couple hours, and I'll have it all ready to put together when I get some new gaskets for that hose end. Anyway, we'll get this put back together once the vinegar does its job, and see what it looks like. Okay, YouTube, managed to get the flexible hose all cleaned up, descaled, and there's some of the remnants of the original gasket or washer that was in there. So I picked up a pack of flat rubber washers here from Home Depot, and I find that the 3/8 is 3/8L, and that seems to be the right size. And those just go on here, so I think that's good. I'll tighten that up, and then I've got one for this side, and it was this washer here that was leaking at the water end of the hose, and that was letting water drip down here, and then as it evaporated it left all the scale on here. So hopefully a new washer in there, and I will stop that really slow leak. Okay, it looks like it's all working here. Give it a test. We've got the shower streams coming pretty much straight out. One right over there, I might need to clean out the little groove, but then there's the combination, and then you get the shower massage. You can turn it way down. Okay, so this is the other thing I didn't shoot that on video, was you got to clean out these little notches on the side, because that's where the shower stream comes out. The massage comes out these holes, and what I did was I found a drill bit that just fit inside the hole, and I cleaned out some of the scale that was inside there, and then you just run around the outside with a really fine bladed screwdriver or like an X-Acto knife, and just kind of run through each of those, because you get a little bit of deposits built up in there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you just want to clean out all those little notches around there, because that's what lets the shower come out straight. Once they plug up, the streams start going at all sorts of weird angles. Yeah, so that's my 40-year-old Teledyne WaterPik Super Saver Shower Massage. So I believe this has a low flow washer. I think it's in the little adapter that screws on to your shower pipe there. Yeah, so I just checked the water flow on my tankless heater control panel, and it's right at 2 gallons a minute with the faucet pretty well wide open. Yeah, I hope you found that interesting. If you have any questions about any of that, post up in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.